I am Ann-Peggy Divine. Welcome to the Divine Design, the podcast where we unfold heaven on earth and reframe spirituality and theology for a new cosmic era. Your journey on human evolution and integration of your divine design starts here. Welcome to Divine Design Podcast. Today I am so honored to meet Lilly and Frank from Netherlands.
Thank you.
Yes.
We're very happy to be in your podcast. Thank you for that.
Blue Earth Innovation. Yeah, so you can just start to, because it's just 3 days since I discovered you, kind of heard about you through a common friend. And I contacted you and you said yes. And I said, yes, I want to talk about this product because I have seen it in my imagination and like the future technology. And you have already made it. It's amazing. So you can take it from there.
Okay, thank you. Well, maybe we start with what our goal is.
Yes.
Yeah, you asked about that. And our goal is that everything which is alive, Mother Earth, we as humans, plants, everything, also the rocks and the mountains are alive, and the waters are alive, and the wind, that all of that can be in its original energy. And so we have the goal to help everything to be in connection with that, because a lot of people have forgotten it. And also the water has been overwhelmed with a lot of negative energies, with a lot of poison and things like that. And we think Mother Nature is so strong, the water also is so strong, it makes a lot of solutions for itself to heal.
Yeah.
It's amazing how just plants start to exist just to help get the poisons away. But on the other hand, we as humans are here as well, and we have a responsibility
Yes.
to help, not to use the planet as a waste, how you call that? To put your waste in. No, to be respectful to it and to take care for it, to help it to stay in this original source or go back to it. And with that, all of us as people, we start to remember who we are. We are creators.
Yes.
And there's a lot, yeah, of course, we can tell about that. We started 9 years ago with our company, but long before that, we were busy, of course, with inventing and with water and with energy. And it slowly came to us. So step by step, things were shown. How we started with one invention, and then the other one came, and the other one came, and the other one came. We didn't think about it. We just saw things. We observed. We did a lot of, how do you call it?
Actually, we followed the energy.
Yeah.
So the thing is, I'm the builder. I'm a builder. So I'm built, things. And what I built always from the heart. Yeah, intuition.
Yes.
Yeah? So the mind is out. Yeah, because you cannot imagine actually what it wants to be. So I'm the instrument, right? And there's the energy, and we are in full process, of doing this. So if I build something and it works, or something works, then I'm not the guy who says that's not possible and it's a mistake or something else. So I accept what is there to be shown.
Yes.
Yeah. So when something is there, then I accept it that it is there. So from that point, I move on. Because you cannot, how to say it, the mind is just, it's not capable actually to understand this.
Yeah, it's just an instrument.
Yeah, right.
You need it, but it's in service of.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
So That's why we go so fast and go through so many layers. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And so now we've learned something, and that's also a process, because when you're going to invent something, actually you inventing it yourself. Also, how do you say it? Um, you're in this process, and this process has everything to do also with you, you know.
Yes.
And sometimes you have to learn something, and so you're building something, and then you think, oh well, it doesn't work. That I have to study at something, or I have to learn something, or I have to look at something that, then you stop the process for a while, you don't do anything and just move on from that point on. Something happens, and then you say, now I understand this point, you know? So actually, what we built is so amazing and so beautiful that because of this process, now we know how it works,
Yes.
Because if you build something and it works perfectly the first time, then actually you don't know how it works, what it needs. But this slowly process actually in this doesn't work, this works, this doesn't work, this works, then you come to this point, then you understand, this is important and this is important, this is important. So, well, actually, that is the process.
Yeah.
And
You
it's,
need a lot of patience with that.
yeah.
But also technical skills, because Frank has a lot of technical skills. He's got like a technical knot, something like that. And he's very quick in making connections between several areas. Okay, so this is like that. So then this is also like that. And he's very good at that.
Yeah.
And just also patient with, okay, I got this far now, and then we go on. And with that, yeah, maybe it's good that we start to talk about now what we are doing actually.
Well,
But
it started actually with HHO, so water gas. And I was doing this work to make cars actually um, that less pollutant, right?
Yeah.
And I noticed that also you need less fuel. So that went on, and I was diving deeper and deeper in this stuff. So and it came about that I could make a motor one on 95% on tap water and 5% of anything else. So like gasoline or diesel or whatever, So I've learned how to make actually my own gasoline. And the main product is water, because water is fuel, So water is the kaboom.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. So, and in this process, I saw some things in water that I never saw before. It wasn't talked about. It wasn't, nobody talked about it actually. And so I saw this, and then I began making things, yes,
Yeah.
because I understood something.
Yeah.
From that point on, we made our first product, our elixir water. And elixir water is water that is full of information, right? And the information is part of three things. Yes, because water is like a recorder. Yeah, water.
water carries information.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It is a holder.
Water is alive.
yeah,
Yeah.
It is alive. It has a soul.
Yeah.
And it's really of servants to us and
Yeah.
to help us.
Yeah.
But it loves to stay also because everything that exists has a part water in it. Everything that exists, if you think about that already.
Yeah.
Everything.
Yeah.
So water is so important. It is the source of everything.
yeah,
On Earth,
So
yes.
that's very important to realize that. And water, when it's when there are no pollutants, it is pure. It is connected. It is one. All the little particles in the water are connected and are coherent. But in this world, it's not so, it's not like that anymore. So what we are doing now is helping the water to get back to that state. And we found out that we can help the water to get its original information back. So we inform the water. We actually get out all the pollutant energy and we fill it with love, with gratitude, and actually also with authenticity, or I call it also the soul connection. We put it in, and we've learned if we do that, and it is all about bowing. It's also technique, but it's also energy we connect. You bow and you says, here is love. Would you like it? Yeah, you don't push it in. You
Offer it.
invite. You invite.
Mhm.
And the water likes it and just absorbs. You have to repeat until it's totally filled. And then we found out we didn't know it in the first. We didn't know it, but now we know when you repeat it like that, it gets it's so totally filled of it that it's like a sun shining, just
Yeah.
sending out. Because I first I thought, how is this possible? Because we ourselves didn't understand actually. But I'm starting to, and of course, we still don't know everything. We are also still in a learning process, and I think there's much more we will see in the future.
Mhm.
But you understand parts of it. And then I see, yeah, of course, this is what water is. So it loves to go back to its source. It loves to go back to
Yeah, of
that.
course. Mm.
So, yeah.
So now it's filled actually with those intentions. Yeah. So the intention, we have the intention from us, we have the gratitude, we have the love, right? And that is so powerful that nothing else can put into the water. Yeah. And that is always sending out this information. That's what it does.
Yeah.
Right. But we didn't know actually how powerful it was. So people began to drink the water, but also began to put the bottle somewhere in the living room or in the bedroom, and they noticed that it is a total different energy. It's a loving energy, right? So things began to happen with those people, better sleep, a better connection actually to self, with the heart connection, yeah. And they began to unlock actually to the matrix, you know. So people who had problems with Wi-Fi and all that stuff, all that crazy stuff, what's going on, they noticed that peace became in themselves,
Yeah.
That become a piece of something like resting, you know.
Yeah, I think
So
they are feeling a connection to the cells.
yeah,
Of course, in the beginning, and now we are already years further. I mean, this is 10 years ago, what we're talking about now, around 10 years, I think. And then at first, of course, people were telling us things, just like Frank says. And then we thought, oh, wow, we have to do something about that because you have the elixir water you can drink, but it's a little bit strange to put a bottle in the living room just for the energy. So we're thinking about what can we do? We have to put this elixir water into something so people can put it in their living rooms or next to their bed. And then Frank had this feeling suddenly,
immediately it has to be an egg.
we
Yeah.
have to.
Don't ask me why. I don't know.
I know because it was served to me too, the egg. So that's why when our friends like a technical egg, it was shown to me too. So we don't know where, but it's just shown to us.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, right.
Now we know a lot more about why the egg, because the egg actually it's a fascinating sculpture.
Yeah.
It's the egg is very powerful,
Yeah.
and why? Because of the shape. So the shape of the egg is very important,
Yeah.
and
Yes.
it is a law actually, a universal law, right? It's like all the other shapes, like we know, like the pyramids and stuff like that. So sacred geometry, you can tell it. Yeah. So the egg is very important because everything that has to be born comes out of the egg.
Yes.
And when we are born, we have a aura,
Energy field.
and that is in the shape of the egg.
Yep.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
It's very obvious, isn't it?
And the
Right.
womb is also an egg form.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
So when we put the water in the egg, magic start to happen. There was an enormous field, information field, very strong, very big, and all kinds of things started to happen.
Yeah, and that's why I wanted to say something about it, because in the first start, people started to feel things with the bottle of elixir, but when we put it in the egg, it really was like much more than only the bottle. So then people were starting to say, I can sleep better. There were people with a lot of sleeping problems for years, and they said, it's over. I'm really sleeping every night, so long hours. And also, they told us that they how you call it, are deeply touched by seeing it and feeling it. That sometimes people start to cry, and
Yeah.
also it's not like that they are very sensitive people or something like that, but they just see they're like, wow, what is this? I feel something I haven't felt a long time, but I know it feels good. It's a love, a self-love, a love for the life, and a sense of connection to ourselves.
Mhm.
And a lot of people came to us which have these problems with this Wi-Fi and things.
Mhm.
And we found out now, I understand, of course, when we have our aura, and this egg helps us to be more into our aura and to raise this field and also to feel where the boundaries are of our aura, then everything else outside doesn't come so deep in. Because where you are, nothing else can be. So that's very important also and actually that's a law as well,
Yeah.
which is very important to know in life.
Yeah.
If you are present, you are there.
Yeah.
Nothing else comes creeping in.
So actually, the
Yeah.
aura is the first line of defense,
Yeah. Yeah.
like I see it. Um, yeah. So you have to be very good with your aura, huh? Be good friends with it. Yeah. So
And I have here, this is the egg. It's one of the first we made. We have a lot of them now, of course. There's a duck egg inside because we have been living 8 years in a community, and we had ducks there, beautiful, how you call them? I don't know. I'm sorry, but they're a little bit like penguins. I find them like penguins because they walk so funny, and they are living there in this beautiful place, Chateau Cortil, which has 67 hectares of nature, forests, meadows, water, and they're walking around there. And we take the eggs, and with respect for the animals, of course, we open them up a little bit, blow it, make them clean, and fill it with elixir. And then, Frank has made this invention actually. So there's earth around it. There's a lot of earth, several layers. It's a lot of work to make it. It's about 3 weeks work. You can, of course, make, say, 30 or 40 or 50 eggs at one time, but then it takes a long time because it has to dry and another layer on it. And at the end, we use a flame to make it like ceramics. Yeah, because so you so it cannot break. And then it's ready.
mhm.
And a lot of people use it for their homes, for their work. Some people use it for meetings. So because they noticed when they put the egg in the middle that everything flows better. We've also have teachers trying to use it, or they used it in the classroom. They put it somewhere away so that nobody can see it. But they noticed when the egg was there, the children are more in harmony.
Yeah.
So, of course, they are children and they are, they are alive. But when something happens, it seems to go easier back into the harmony again. So they are more sweet to each other, things like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we have amazing stories heard about this. It's really amazing. I'm, I'm just thinking about one story. Oh, that is with that.
Yeah.
This egg. This is also the same, but you can see it. You can see it, huh?
Yeah.
You look through it.
So this is also a duck egg,
Yeah.
and then in epoxy, yeah, and it's a little bit different
Yeah.
how it works,
Yeah.
but
We call it a lumisa.
yeah,
That is the light of the heart. And I was just thinking about that I had so you can use it as a healing instrument actually.
Yes.
You can also put it somewhere, but you can also put it in the fridge or put it by the food to help, yeah, to give energy back also, or make vitalize the food or everything is around. Some people use it to put it in a jar for the water, but you can also use it for self-healing. We didn't think of that, but other people said, I'm doing this, I'm doing that. Oh, okay. So we're learning through all the experiences of people. But I was just remembering the story of a girl who is about, I think she was 13 years old. She had a lot of problems on school connecting to other children. She found it very difficult. How you say? Yeah. She didn't feel that she was one with the other children. She was always alone, things like that.
Yeah.
And she was scared. She was going on a camp, and she said, "Oh no, it will be awful again." And then the mother said, "Well, maybe take the egg with you." And she said, "Okay, I will do that." And she did it.
this one.
No, she took this one.
Oh,
She took this one.
okay.
And she came back and she said, "This was the most wonderful camp of my life because I was having friends and it was going well." And she said, "I'm sure the egg helped me." So I was really, yeah, I found it so beautiful to hear her story.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just an example, but there's lots of things.
Many stories.
Okay.
We have here a smaller egg, inside. You can carry it with you.
Yeah.
Many people carrying this because we made thousands of those already. And we get stories back from people like they had problems with Wi-Fi. A lot of people are well, they have really headaches if they go into town, for instance.
Yeah.
Now they carry with this with them, and they can shop again in the town because it's helping the aura to keep those information outside. So there's quiet. And we also made this one. That's also a duck egg.
Yeah.
This is actually to into the soil. Yeah.
Yeah.
To vitalize actually the soil and to have more yield. Yeah,
The
also
earth is becoming more, how you call it? Vruchtbaar, we say in Dutch.
fertilize.
Yeah. Fertilize. Yes.
Yes, and also the plants, you see that they grow much better. They don't get illnesses, and they are much stronger.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's great. And that's also because we got questions from farmers.
Yeah.
Farmers, do you have a solution for us? And then we first used the other egg from Earth, but of course they fell out of each other. So we had to think of something else. That's why we started with this one.
Yeah. Then we have this one. It's ostrich. No, ostrich.
Ostrich.
Ostrich. Yeah. Ostrich egg. Yeah, into it. That has it's very powerful, this one. Yeah. So also favorite. And it does exactly the same job, but then a little bit bigger, for a whole house, for instance.
Yeah.
But that's all fine, You can play with this. You can, well, many problems go away with this technology.
Yeah.
But we went a little bit further, because you can vitalize water, of course, for instance, yeah. And we do that with several systems. Here is one, for instance. you have the vitalizer. Yeah, that's a big one. That is for your whole house.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's right after actually your meter. You install this one. And the thing what it does is it vitalizes the water on a very special way. And I can show it to you, right? Because there was also something very interesting to learn about this one. This is the process. So the water goes in the bottom, comes out on the top, and it goes first left. Yes, it circles left in a vortex, and then it makes a lemniscate, and then it goes right. And this is very important. This is a law, also a universal law, because you can take information out when you turn left, and you can put information in when it turns right. That's a very important lesson we've learned, you know? And you have to imagine, we've learned this actually in praxis. We saw this happening. And then after that, I saw many things that work on this way. For instance, if you have the Muslim world, you go to Mecca, for instance, you have the big stone, and the people are turning left. Yes, they walk left. And it's also in the Quran. The Quran says you have to clean yourself, actually. And that's left. You have to turn left on the stone.
So you can find it everywhere.
It's amazing. It's like we've learned so many things about it. That's actually maybe obvious for some people, but it works that way.
It works that way. When I go in ceremony, in the beginning when I did it, I didn't understand why I always went like this. It's like what I went to spiral, and I also kind of felt it on my body what happening. And so when we do when we experiment with ourselves, and now also the matter, because you experiment with matter and consciousness and technology, you are using quantum physics, yes,
quantum physics,
and the consciousness that you program.
What actually, if I always love to tell it like this. So like this is a water inside of this egg, which is full of love, and it's sending out. And if I have another water moving around here, left to the left and to the right, this water starts to be influenced by the water which has a good energy. It starts to change. And that was for us also amazing to see it, because also we didn't know it. We just were trying out things, and we're like, oh wow, it's really changing. You know? And we've seen that when we use the vitalizer, there's only a few seconds that the water flows through the system, and already then it's a big change. You're like, wow, you can taste it, you can feel it, you can some things measure, some things it's not, some things you cannot measure because the instruments are not good for that, so to say. They're on another frequency. But then we thought, okay, when this happens, and people already feel super with that because they tell us, I feel much better, I feel more healthy, I love to drink my water now. So they start to drink more water. And of course, I see lots of people drinking too less water. We are all always drinking drinks which are filled with an information like coffee or tea or juices, I don't know. But it's also good to have something which is more open, which can help us to cleanse, which can help us to really hydrate. And also, it seems that this water is so coherent that it's much easier for it to do its job. So we found that, we've seen that, for instance, if we use this vitalized water which comes out of the system, and I combine it with something, whatever, with a herb or like a coffee or a tea as well, the taste just gets better because it helps the energy. So that's already amazing that happens. And then yeah, it's also much better in shape to cleanse ourselves and to transport things in our body. So yeah. And for instance, also things, yeah, there's a lot of things in the body you can use that. I will not go into that.
No.
But what we thought, okay, this is possible. Let's go on. Let's see if we can go further than that.
Yeah. Well, in that time, we were in a community. Yeah, we lived in a community, in a chateau, and where we had the ducks and the eggs, and we were fully busy actually to make a water purification system for this place because we used a lot of water. We can have approximately 80 guests together with 14 people who live there permanently. That's a lot of water you need. But the problem what we have is that we don't have a source. We don't have a well, a really big well. No, it's there comes a little bit water out, but not enough, for the whole year. Rainwater is not enough. The storage is too less. So we had to use water from the pond, right? We have a very big pond, but that's polluted, of course,
And a little stream as well. Huh?
Yeah, of course. So the pond is filled with a stream, by a stream, and the stream comes from a small village, and there they don't have a sewage, right? So everything is going to the pond. The sewage water goes to the stream, and the stream goes to the pond.
It's very polluted. So.
It's very polluted, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So we had the wish to clean that water to make drinking water out of it. Well, that's with filters that's a challenge,
Yeah.
Okay. So what I did actually, I bought a system so I can measure actually the soap, the phosphates, right? The chemical phosphates. And that's a small thing, with a veil. And there was a time I thought, well, let's put it on the egg.
The little
right?
sample with water.
Just like that.
The water sample.
Funny idea.
Yeah.
Just I put it on the egg, I let it stay there for a couple of minutes. And then I measured it again. I think, wait.
Wow.
Missing. It's less polluted. I did it again and again and again. And still always the same answer. Less pollution. And that's when it actually started. This thing. Because I knew from the heart it works.
Yeah. Wow.
But how really does it work, So then I made many things, many systems, and learned a lot of how it works actually. And now we have a water purification system that cleans water of all chemicals. And it doesn't matter what the chemical is. As long as it is a chemical and it doesn't actually has a part of the nature, it's not coming from nature, but it is man-made chemical, it will disappear, right? So and without a filter, right? So you have a water purification system without filters,
yes?
And it doesn't matter what the chemical is, it disappears. So that's amazing. So you don't have the polluting anymore. So you don't have a product, that you have to get rid of something else. No, it's just gone. Okay. So how it works is we have a big vitalizer. Yeah. There are 3 eggs on top, 3 eggs on the bottom. The water goes left, then it makes a lemon card and goes right.
The same again.
Yeah. And we do that for 18 hours. Right? So we have on this location, we have 10,000 liter of polluted water. We put a pump into it, and that uses only 30 watt per hour. So that's very, very small. Yeah. And after 18 hours, I have 10 cubic meters of water, clean water. So no more pollutant in it. We have more calcium and more magnesium in it. Because that is, you know, that's becoming more.
Yeah.
Right?
But
so
also, but good to say, Frank, because otherwise maybe people don't understand. First, we in this case, where the water is very, very polluted, we use one filter. It's a sand filter. So because we need clear water. But in that water, actually that is the most easiest part of the process. It's very easy. You can just filter it out in a simple way. Then you have clear water, but then the difficult things come. The medicine residues, PFAS we call it in Holland, all these things which man-made, the combinations we made, which are very, very pollutive.
Yes.
We've seen every time when we treat the water longer, you see it go down, go down, go down, go down, go down, the longer you treat it. And of course, it depends on how the start water is, how quick it goes.
Yeah.
So if you, for instance, you can also use systems like that for like tap water, and then of course it goes very, very quick.
Yeah. But
okay.
So to understand this fully, so normally you have filters, yeah?
Yeah.
And we filter until 1 micron, you know? And 1 micron is actually it's grof.
It's not so fine, how you call it. It's like it has big holes going, so to say. So it's easy. It's an easy way to filter.
Yeah. So all the minerals and chemicals are still in it, right?
Yeah.
And that's why Lily said that's the easy part.
Yeah.
The problem is actually to get rid of the chemicals.
Yeah.
That is a very problematic thing because then you need osmosis filters. Yeah.
Yes.
Those osmosis filters, they have very, very small holes. Yeah. The water goes through it and everything is behind. But the problem is you don't have any minerals anymore. And the water is dead. There's no more life in it. You know?
Yeah.
So that's a problem.
Yeah.
So if you don't use those osmosis filters, you have better water, you have energetic water, full of life, full of the message, actually. And then it's actually not only water, it's also a medicine.
Yes. Yes.
You know, your body starts to get this information and your body starts to react. And how this body reacts is like through this immune system. The immune system kicks in and it pushes out all the waste. So the heavy metals, the chemicals, but also the plastic parts, you know, the microplastics.
Yeah.
Right? And then I have to tell you one small thing. A lot of people don't know that. Can you imagine that actually everybody looks at filters, you know, to clean water, you have only filters.
Yeah.
But the filter is actually has small holes and you push it through by 5 bar,
with a
pressure, 5 bar pressure.
Yeah.
You know what starts to begin? The problem starts there because the microplastics will kick in.
They are in the filter already. The
microplastics. No, you don't understand. The filter is made of plastic.
Yeah.
Most of the filters are made of plastic, and when you have small holes and you push with such big pressure through the filter hole will become bigger and it starts to release the plastic.
Ah, wow.
So what we think is the solution is the problem.
Yeah.
You see? It's really mind-blowing.
Yeah, it is.
It's mind-blowing.
Yeah.
And it's all we see it all the time, you know, that we people invent some things that are so stupid, that nature goes like, why should you do that? You create a problem, not a solution. Yeah, maybe a solution for instance, chalk, you know, chalk, you have it in the water, yeah?
Yeah.
Calcium, yeah? And a lot of people think that that is a problem because calcium or chalk is when you have a dishwasher or something, you have a,
Our water
heating
cooker.
heating system, and chalk starts to cleanse into that system. Things break. And so what we do, we take a system that uses salt and the water, how do you say it? Water ontharder?
Yeah, to make the water more soft, they
Yeah.
have systems that use
To be,
salt. So to break down this layer of this calcium.
so
You
they
get this white aggressive layer, and they use then the salt for that.
so they take the chalk out, right?
Yeah, right.
Okay. But the problem is not the chalk. The problem is that the chalk starts to be aggressive, actually. Yeah. But if you put life into water, then water starts to um, uh, say that it will hold the chalk with it.
It's a network, and the water and the minerals
Right?
stay in there.
Yes.
So they don't go out. They only go out when the water is not in harmony.
Yeah.
So instead of trying to get rid of something, we say, no, let's help the water to be in harmony.
Yes.
So then it can carry its minerals in there. And you also see that the forms of the minerals are changing a little bit, like they're going rounder.
Yeah.
And they are good for us then,
Yes.
instead of bad for us.
So the thing is that universities are starting to learn this, because you see that when water is coherent or structured water, they call it also, structured water, has the ability to keep the minerals with it.
Yeah.
So they don't go somewhere else. And you can see this. We have an image, for instance. We have here water structure. Yeah, this is a drop of water, and then you see there's no structure in it. So this is tap water right out of the tap. Yeah.
Chaotic water, we call it.
So, and this is structured water. This is after 5 seconds through the vitalizer, right? It goes very fast. And then you have structured water. And this water has the capacity to keep the minerals with it.
Yeah.
Right? So there you see again, problem, solution.
Yeah.
So we don't use any salt. We don't use any apparatus that needs maintenance, and the salt gets into the environment also, and that's a problem, So the solution is vitalize the water, make the water coherent, then you have no problems with the chalk. It doesn't use any energy. You don't have to keep anything out. It doesn't need maintenance, stuff like that. This is the way nature works.
It is. And what you call structured water is also a term used for it is crystalline water. So it's kind of crystallizing. So it is the same with us as human. We become more wealth the more crystalline water we have in our body.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. That's it.
Exactly.
And when you have all these things, when you drink this water, you also get cleansed,
Yeah.
but also more connected to our crystalline structure, the divinity, like your name is, the divinity in us.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we made, a couple of years ago, we made a big system, so we can make 10,000 cubic meters of water, or 10 cubic meters water per day, but we also made something smaller.
Yeah.
What is this?
Yeah, we first made another one, but we cannot show it because it's like a dishwasher, as big as a dishwasher. Because Frank, he was actually wanting to make it smaller and smaller so that everybody can use it. That is
Yeah. Practical.
Yeah, right. No,
I don't know if you can see it.
no, we are practical people.
Yeah.
Like that. So
Wow.
this system, it works exactly on the same way. So we have two cylinders. The one turns left and the other turns right. And the water goes from one cylinder to another cylinder, and it goes back and it goes back and front and back. So then we have, you can push a button, 6 hours, 12 hours. And the thing is actually, I just actually invented this for countries like Spain, France, Italy, because there you cannot drink water from the tap. It's not possible. It's so gross. So you have lots of chlor in it,
Yeah.
right? Because of the temperature, of course.
Yeah.
Warm countries
Yeah.
and because of the bacteria.
Yeah.
We understand. But those people go to the supermarket and they buy water. And it's not the best quality, I can tell you. Has also microplastics in it, etc., etc. Now, the thing is that when you look at the plastic waste, what we have doing this, it's amazing. It's really mind-blowing if you count it in your years, that you live, how much plastic actually you accumulate by drinking water from the plastic, It's amazing. So we thought we have to stop this. So we made this machine. 5-liter waters you go in, you push the button of 6 hours, and after 6 hours, the chlor is gone.
And
Right?
not only the chlor, but we are still, because this is very new, we are still natuurlijk researching it. We think it does the same as the bigger systems.
Yeah.
But yeah, we are looking at it now. Wow, this is going better, this is better, and it tastes better. And
Yeah, the taste is very soft, very
Yeah.
it's full actually.
It's almost like cream, so soft.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
amazing. So because I went to Spain, Valencia.
Yeah.
I took a system, put it there, put the tap water in, and after a couple of hours, the best water you can have. And the thing is that the people say also, because when you go to a marketplace where they sell building materials, in Spain, then you see a wall that's amazing, that's very big, only filters. Only filters. It's amazing. And so everybody uses filters. But if you ask the people, do you drink also from this water? What goes through the filter? No, it's still not tasty. It's not that good.
Yeah.
They make coffee, tea, soup, and stuff like that. But to drinking, they use bottled water. So this is a solution,
Yeah. And of course,
But
with that, we also hope to give that the people have better water with a good energy.
Yeah.
Because when you drink a good water, you will start to feel different. And I think it's normal to be healthy.
It
And
is.
in
It is.
this life, people sometimes think it is not because they are used to all kinds of things they feel. And they think, no, it's not necessary. And what I also love about our systems that when you have used it and it goes back, you bring back better water. So you can influence everything in a positive way because the information is still in there.
yeah,
So, and
and
that's really, yeah,
yeah, and
I get goosebumps of that sometimes when I feel it.
yeah,
Wow, how it's like a network
Yeah.
of positive loving energy to people to remind everybody, hey, this is what you are.
yeah. Now there's something else we have to tell you, and that is, quantum physics, and in quantum physics, you know the term entanglement.
Yep.
Yes? Okay.
Yep.
Well, we found out that this is exactly the same what we are doing, and that was happening. So,
Yeah.
for instance, we had this egg. This is the oldest egg what we have, what we made, right? And we measure the energy in Bovis. You know that?
No, I don't know what movie it's.
No? Okay. It's
Bovis is like a measurement for life energy, which is present.
Okay. Okay.
yeah, right.
So you have numbers for that. You can say, okay, like, what is it again? 20,000 is kind of normal. or actually good. But when the measurement is like 7,000, 8,000, or maybe lower, it's a very bad quality of water. There's no live energy in it. So
Right.
you can measure it.
Measurement, yeah.
Yeah. So, and we don't measure this by ourselves. We always use different people who can measure this, because you don't,
We ask
yeah,
them, of course, because you
you
cannot
never do that
see.
with your own product, You
Yeah.
always invite other people, So
Yeah,
your
blind
bias,
spots. Blind
right?
spots we have.
Yeah. Okay, so we measured this one,
Yeah.
and after a couple of years, we measured it again. And then we thought, how much less is it? But it wasn't less, it was higher. It keeps on climbing.
Wow.
Right? Okay,
I
so
understand. Yeah.
yeah, so what we saw actually is that the field is getting bigger.
Yeah.
The more eggs we make,
yeah,
the bigger the field, because they're all connected.
It's the same energy.
Right? So can you imagine that now we are making a grid
Yeah.
of
Yeah.
eggs,
Yep.
a grid of love and gratitude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is, and it gets stronger. We notice now that it is picking up the pace. It gets faster and stronger by the month now.
It is the future medicine you are talking about, because that's why I connected with you, because I have said yes to, I will go into all, I have told you some of it, but this is a part of the future medicine.
Right.
And future hospitals.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Yeah.
So
yeah, and it's all about remembering, which is important, because sometimes we've forgotten that. And actually, it is in the simpleness of life. I always think about it. We, as human, we tend to think, oh, I need to do this and then that and then more of this and maybe a little bit of that. But no, it's just to choose this energy in his simpleness. It's not simple, but
no, it's not simple.
I don't know the word. In Dutch, we say eenvoud. It's
Simplicity.
It's actually a unity inside of one thing.
Yeah.
Right.
And I have to mention one thing, because when the logo came to me, it was an egg. But as you see, God within, it was an egg. It was presented to me as an egg. And the infinity, the same egg as you have created. So it is the same.
It is the same.
So we resonate. So that's why, you showed up.
Yes, because I feel your energy and I think you are doing beautiful work in purity.
Yeah.
And remembering people also who they are. So we love that. We love that. And also I so far a lot of things have been going very easily for us, so to say, at some point. And at the other point we had to work very hard to be patient and we gave everything. But now I was like, oh, more people need to know.
Yeah.
So first we've been working in silence a few years, and now we are like ready, okay, let's go outside. The people have to know this, just to know that it is possible, just to know that it is possible that an energy can change water or whatever, just by being around in a certain way. Sacred geometry is a part of that.
Yes.
Well, it's a totally new way of looking at the matrix, at your life. But also the thing is that so we're building now systems, for all kinds of things, So for instance, if you have this on your heating system, you have 15 to 20% less energy. You use 15 to 20% less energy because if the water is crystallized and full of coherency, structured actually, it takes the heat or the energy much easier on, and it gives much easier off. So it's that simple actually. You know, it's amazing that I think how can be such a thing, you know?
Yeah.
So you look at the world totally different.
Yeah.
People come to us with problems, you know, and you look at the problem and you say, okay, we can solve that problem easily.
Yeah.
Yeah, because what you do, you actually change minds. Because when we come in structure inside, then we think clearly. So it's like a healing egg. And the future is kind of a lot of hospital and mental health. It is we if we have this egg, we come in resonance, we come in heart coherence.
Right.
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 That's it.
Exactly.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
So
everything reacts to that. Like we are also in greenhouses, for instance, and you see that actually the plants are much stronger. They are connected to their source, so they don't need all this chemical stuff anymore
no.
because they are much healthier.
Yeah. We had an experience with it for some years ago with orchids, you know, and we had this egg, and then an orchid that was a seed, you know, becomes an orchid, and what had started to happen, the leaves are getting bigger, so
Wider,
wider,
wider, yeah.
right? And the thing is that we had in that time, we doing business with a greenhouse, you know,
Yep.
that made orchids, you know, and they looked at it and say, "Hey, this is funny because normally when orchids come out of the greenhouse, they have small leaves, but in nature they have wider leaves, you know." So it started to grow into a greenhouse, but then with wider leaves, as if it was in nature,
Yes. Wow. Yeah.
you know? So, and this happens all the time with all kinds of stuff. If you have it about
Human with
tomatoes,
animals. Yeah.
cucumbers, whatever, it doesn't matter. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
So plants, animals, us, so we are all the same. Kind what is in one is in the whole.
Yes, right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but can you imagine how many problems we can solve actually with this kind of technology? It's really amazing.
Yeah.
Many problems what we have, we can solve.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, well, yeah.
And it will go fast because we have kind of waited for a shift, and the shift is here. So when I heard about you only 3 days ago, what? It is here! Wow, perfect! Because when I go in ceremonies, I said connecting to all. It's like I see this egg so many times, this technology egg, but I didn't know that it was out there, and you hold it.
Well, it
Yeah,
started actually
that's the
8 years ago. So we had it for 8 years, but it wasn't fully grown actually. You know, we had to learn stuff. We had to learn things.
I'm so glad you said that. Yeah.
Yeah. So you really have to understand it. And the thing is, you have to have a mind that says it can only be clean,
Yeah.
you know? So the problem what we have also now, it's not a problem, but um, the challenge what we have is that you need a company to build stuff, but you need to do it on a different way, on a different level. But you are still a company. You still have taxes. You still have, you know, all that shit what we have in the Matrix, you know, all that stupid things like licenses and stuff like that, you know. And you have people who are not so clean and not so, you know, like businessmen, you know.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Yeah, okay, right. Yeah. So, and you have to maneuver actually to make something that is actually out of this world into this world, and you have to stay clean.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that was also very tough, um, what we went through, you know.
Yeah. And I love that you tell because this egg, when I saw it first time, was in 2015. And it was so pure and it was so that I said, I cannot because I didn't feel, I wasn't resonating, even though it was shown to me, I cannot be this because it is what we are. It's the essence of us, the totality of us. And when it was presented that this was me, I thought, no, 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 no. So I wanted one layer of me, but I wasn't ready. So I was in what we call the dark night of the soul. I don't know if you have heard about it. So it was the middle of my dark night of the soul. So when I was finished, then I could embody more and more. And then it became divine design because the egg you are talking about, it is the divine design. So it's like, wow.
It is.
Yeah.
It is.
Yeah.
It is. I feel it is one of the most important forms in the universe.
It is the most important. It is the future health. It's like, wow, you hold it. Wow, I love it. This is so big. This is so big. Wow.
Yeah, and the interesting thing is that most people, that when they look at it, they're like, an egg? It's that simple. We eat them all the time, you know. But also the thing is that when you go to books and you study actually who is saying something about the egg, no one.
You can
There's
find
no information.
something,
Oh, yeah, but
something
you know,
about fertility, of course. But they
Yeah.
don't really tell you everything about it. Why you can use it for.
yeah.
No, and I didn't understand it when it was in 2015. I didn't understand anything. So I just said, no, I don't. So I kind of, no. But now, as you say, it is a growth process. So that started my growth process as well. So I have walked through it, being a therapist, helping people, and seeing the future egg. As you. Wow, so this is so amazing. So this is a big change. So big change. So yes, your egg will be all over the world.
Yes.
We're doing our best.
And I want to mention one more thing, because your egg resonates with Dr. Clement, David Clement. Have you heard about him?
No.
Say
it again. David Clement?
Dr. David Clement. He has also invented things like you. It is not an egg. I think it is crystal, and he sell that. So because what came into when I heard about his technology and your technology together, it is even more. Wow! It goes even faster, because he have done his version of what you have done.
Okay, we will take a look at that.
Yeah.
Thank you for telling us. Yes.
So we are really speeding up now.
Yes, we are.
Yes, let's do
The
it.
time is here.
I'm
we're ready for it. And even if I think that's also an important thing. When you do something, when you create something, sometimes you make mistakes, but there are no mistakes. They are your learning process.
Yes.
So, and some people, they stop then. Oh no, I cannot do it. But you have to go on. So I would like to tell that to people. In what kind of area you're working or what you're doing in your life, it doesn't matter. It's for all of us, is this rule.
Yes.
Go on and learn from your mistakes, and you will go through things. You go further. Just stay connected to
learning points.
To your mission, actually. I believe we all have a mission, and that is when you can feel what makes you very happy.
Yep.
And of course, every job has things which are not so nice, but there's a big part which is very you get warm of it every time.
Yeah.
I think that's what you want to do and what you need to do, and often that's also the thing that you're good at. You are good at something. You have a talent into something. So just that people try to find that. I think that's very important.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the thing is that I made a lot of systems that don't work.
Yeah.
And every time I made a system that didn't work, I came closer to the solution.
Yes.
So move on.
Yeah, and I do the same with people. Kind of, I saw the egg and I stopped. Now I cannot use this because it was so big and it was so I couldn't explain it. But it came back and came back and came back, and I understood more and more and more and more, and now I resonate with you. So it's like, yes, I have tested so much going this path as you have through technology.
Yeah, fantastic. Well, we will sure also follow you with things you are doing.
Yeah, and we will connect in the future. So as I have said, we will collaborate. So it's like, wow.
Well, we have to come to Norway.
Of course you have, and I have to come. We have to come to Netherlands.
Yes, you're
also. It's beautiful here. But no, too.
And here is beautiful because we don't have the problem you have in Netherlands, like with the water. We have clean water, so it's like for us, it's like we don't think about it. We drink from this tap, so everything is clean here. Most in northern part of Norway, it is even cleaner than the southern part. I live in the very north, so it's so clear.
But can you imagine? We were in Switzerland.
Fantastic.
And in Switzerland, you have also very clean water. It comes right off the mountain, huh?
Yes.
But vitalizing is started actually in Austria with Grander. He was the first one who made the first vitalizer.
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I didn't understand it because Austria, Switzerland, clean water. Why do they make a vitalizer? You know? Okay. So we went to Switzerland and I asked the people. So now we are selling those, you know, we are selling the systems in Switzerland. And I was there in a place, the water came down through the pipe and into the tap of those people. And I said, why do you use the vitalizer? What's going on?
Yeah.
They said the water tasted different.
They started to notice actually in the last 10 years that even if it's for us quite good, they noticed that it changed, that the taste wasn't that good, that the energy wasn't that good. And we were amazed about that.
Yeah.
We didn't know.
We didn't expect it.
And they said when we use your vitalizer, it's really much better. It tastes again like how we used to it.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but
I was really surprised. I couldn't imagine actually that.
But that's it. That is important because the pollution is kind of spreading, and now we are taking it back to kind of filling it with love, grace, forgiveness, and all this amazing intention. Wow, thank you so much, both of you, for sharing your future medicine and future everything.
Well, thank you for having us. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Mm-hmm.
And this is just the first episode. We will come with another follow-up in some months, maybe.
We will see.
We're here.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Good luck with everything. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening to the Divine Design podcast with Ann-Peggy Divine. Join us next Sunday for another Heaven on Earth unfolding conversation. With grace, reverence, and unity, may the path of your divine design light the way. From the divine in us to the divine in you.